Hi, I'm Britt. Welcome to a kettlebell solo class. I am so excited to be leading you through a class today, whether this is your first class or whether you've been coming for a while. Kettlebell Solo is a foundational kettlebell program that builds strength, enhances fitness, and improves body awareness. It's open to beginners and advanced alike, and all you need to participate is one 10 to 30 pound kettlebell. And if you're interested in learning how to pass kettlebells with a partner down the road, this is the best way to prepare your body to do so. During class today, I'd like to ask you to please listen to your body. If you need to take a break, if you need to decrease the number of reps you're doing, choose an easier variation, or even skip an exercise altogether if it doesn't feel good on your body, please do so. Since I'm not there to monitor you in person, I'd like to invite you to take responsibility for yourself and adjust the class according to your needs. Now we're going to review the stances that we'll be using in class today, and then we'll get warmed up. We have two different types of stances that we use in kettlebell solo: square stances and stagger stances. For today's class, we're going to be using two different square stances and two different stagger stances. The reason that we do exercises in these different stances is to provide your body with some different stimulus and to create a more well-rounded strength, so your body's prepared to handle load in different positions. I'd like you to follow along with me as I walk you through these four stances so that you're primed and ready to go with them when they come up later in class. The first stance is going to be a narrow square stance, and I happen to already be standing in it. So feet are going to be right next to each other. This is our narrow square. Our neutral square is our second square stance we'll be using. Feet about hip width apart. So for all of our square stances, the feet will be parallel. Then the two stagger stances we'll be using today are neutral short stagger and neutral long stagger. So from our neutral width, for our neutral short stagger, for example, you're going to take one step forward. So I'll show you from the side. Neutral width, you'll take one step forward. This is going to be our neutral short stagger. And with any of our stagger stances, we're going to be sure to do whatever exercise we're doing on both sides. So we'll do it with our right foot forward, and then we'll do that same thing with our left foot forward. So that's our neutral short. And then the last stance we're going to be using today is a neutral long stagger. So from that neutral width, we're going to take 3 footsteps either forward or back. I'm just going to show you back. Either one works. 1, 2, 3. This is going to be our neutral long stagger. And we'll be using this to do some split squats later on in class. So now you have the stances in mind. We'll bring them back throughout the class, and we're going to head into our warm-up. So to start, find a comfortable stance. Either narrow or neutral square is going to work, and we're going to do some neck mobility. So I'm going to have you take an inhale. As you exhale, tuck your chin down to your chest. Inhale, look up towards the ceiling. Use nice, easy breathing here, in and out through your nose, as you move gently up and down. No need to strain or push really far into the range of motion, especially if you feel any stiffness or tightness. Just take your time, move slowly, and just go to the range where you feel a slight stretch. Think of your shoulders nice and relaxed here. So if you're noticing that your shoulders are up and they're tense, try to relax them and drop them down. Next, go ahead and come back to center. You're going to turn and look over your right shoulder, and then turn, look over your left shoulder. Same idea here, no straining, just take your time, gentle and easy. And just take notice if you feel any difference going from left to right. You may feel one side is a little stiffer or tighter than the other. It's just something to notice and be aware of as you move through the class today. Come back to center. We're going to drop the right ear down to your right shoulder, and nice and slow up and across left ear to left shoulder. These neck drills are also great to do first thing in the morning when you wake up. just to start seeing how your neck is feeling that day. If it's stiff at all from sleeping wrong, you can use this to help loosen you up and ease any stiffness and soreness. One more each side. And coming back to center, we're going to do a few circles. So tuck your chin into your chest, roll your chin to your right shoulder, then slowly drop your right shoulder down, and then start to come back and around, eyes up, and then drop that left ear down to your left shoulder, start to tuck the chin into the chest, and then we'll reverse, chin to that left shoulder, slowly drop your left ear, extending back and around gently, right ear down, start to tuck the chin into the chest. One more each side. Chin to that right shoulder. Drop the right ear. Up and back. Left ear down. Chin to the chest. Last time, reverse it. Chin to the left shoulder. Left ear down. Extending up and back. Right ear down. Chin to the chest. And release. Little bend in the knees. Our next exercise, we're going to do a lateral reach. You're going to take your left hand to your left hip. You're going to bend your right arm. Then I want you to push into that left hand and get a nice side bend here. Okay, so you want to feel a big stretch on this side of your body. You're going to bring it back to center and repeat. Imagine that there's two panes of glass, one in front, one in back of you, and try to stay between those two panes of glass as you're doing this stretch so that you're not extending back, you're just bending through that side body, crunching in on this side, stretching on the other. Inhale, exhale, reach. Two more. Inhale as you come back, exhale, reach. Last one. Inhale, exhale, reach. Good, and then gently release. Bring your right hand to your hip. Again, soft bend in the knees. Bend that left arm. Inhale, exhale, reach. Bringing it back. Stay between those two panes of glass. Exhale, reach. Inhale it in. Exhale, reach. Inhale. Exhale, reach. Last one. Nice big inhale. Exhale, reach. And bring it back. Relax. We're going to find our neutral short stagger for our next exercise. We're going to be doing our pelvic tilt. So from that neutral square position, step 1 foot forward, that's our neutral short, and we're going to do some tilts with our pelvis. Now when you do this, it's a very subtle movement, and we're trying just to focus on the pelvis moving and not too much of the entire spine moving. So take your hands to your hips, again a little bend in the knees, be soft there. I want you to think of lifting up the back of your pelvis, so you're almost crunching the top of your pelvis and that very lower part of your back. Then I want you to pull the belly button in and tuck your tailbone under. Okay, so gentle here, pulling up the back of the pelvis, tucking under. Now this does not need to be a big range of motion, and especially if you're just doing this for the first time, you may not have a whole lot of range of motion. That's okay, it takes a little bit of time to get in tune with isolating the pelvis movement. This is a great exercise to help you be more aware of your pelvis position when you're doing different exercises. And you'll notice that during this class and future classes, I'll bring up the different positions from this pelvic tilt to help you better understand how to get into a position for some of the different exercises we're doing. It's also a great exercise we'll be using to cool down and prevent lower back stiffness after the class. Good, and then go ahead and step back to our neutral width and switch sides. Remember, we do all of our stagger stance exercises on both sides. Again, doing your tilts here. Nice, easy breathing here, in and out through the nose. The exact timing of it is not super important, just important to keep it relaxed and smooth. And remember that as we're doing this exercise, think about just about a 10% effort in the contraction of the muscles of your low back and your low abs. So I don't want you to think of bracing or pushing really hard. If you're familiar with that term, just think of gentle, using about 10% effort of the muscles. 3 more. We're supposed to be doing 10 each side, but I got caught up talking, so we're just doing something that feels like about 10 to me. Can't go wrong with doing a few extra pelvic tilts. And go ahead and relax. Grab your kettlebell for this next one. We're going to be doing a kettlebell handcuff. So this is a shoulder stretch. What I'd like you to do is to grab onto the handle, palms facing away, and you're going to just let the weight of the kettlebell pull your shoulders down and back, and pulling the shoulders open. Think of a slight squeeze between the shoulder blades as you're here. Now I want you to take a big inhale and think about breathing into your chest as you inhale, so it causes a big expansion through the chest. As you exhale, relax the shoulders and let them drop down a little more. So inhale. As you exhale, drop the shoulders down and back. Slightly tuck your tailbone under, just to make sure you're not sticking your booty out too much. Tuck that tail under a little bit. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Good, and relax. You can set your bell back down. We've got a hip hinge we're going to do next. So we're going to go from our neutral width, step into that neutral short stagger. We're going to get real familiar with this stance today. Hands to your hips or hands on the front of your thighs. You're going to slide down, pushing your booty back. Now remember, in this position, slightly lift up the back of your pelvis like you do in your tilt, as opposed to being tucked under at the other end of the tilt. We want pulling the back of the pelvis up, not to the very end range, but somewhere in the middle. And you can actually really feel your core if you keep those low abs engaged. So ideally on this movement, which is similar to a deadlift that we often do in class, you want to find a balance in your pelvis position. So you don't want to be at the extreme range here, nor do you want to be at the extreme range here. You want to find a middle ground where your core is engaged, so there's not too much pressure on your low back. And if you do it that way, you should feel some good core activation as you're doing this hip hinge exercise, or you can feel. Take an inhale as you go down, exhale up. As you exhale on the way up, think about engaging those core muscles a little bit more, those abdominal muscles a little bit more. Let's go 3 more. Inhale it down. Exhale it up. 2 more. Last one. Good. Switching sides, step back to that neutral, other leg forward, and let's go 10 reps here. And you may notice a difference from one side to the other. One stagger stance may feel more comfortable on your right versus your left, or vice versa. Again, it's just all good information to note. Doesn't mean it's good, bad, right, or wrong. Just information and feedback from your body that you can use to make choices about what the best stances and exercises are for you. Inhale it down. Exhale it up. Inhale it down. Exhale it up. Inhale it down. Exhale up. 3 more. Last 2. Last one. Good. Now we're going to step together, or step into our neutral square, and we're going to do 10 reps of our squat here. So on your squat, no need to go to the exact same depth that I'm using. Go ahead and choose whatever depth feels right for you. So you can do a quarter squat, half squat, parallel squat, or go even lower than I'm going, and whatever feels right for you works, and that applies to the other squats we're going to be doing in class today as well. So please listen to your body. Inhale it down, exhale it up. Inhale down, exhale it up. Take your time here. Get those muscles a little warmer if we keep them under tension for a little longer, and that's going to help us prep for our tempo squats today. So if you know what those are, get excited. You know how fun they are. That's 5. We got 5 more. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one. And 1. Last thing we're going to do, a little bit of ankle and foot work. So we're going to start off, we'll stay in this neutral square position. We're going to do some calf raises, but I want you to go slow on these so you really feel your toes digging in and you build some strength and endurance in your feet. So you're going to, nice and slow, come up to the top of your calf raise, really pushing into the toes. Give yourself a second there, and I want you to think of pulling yourself back down slowly. So engaging the muscles of your feet and your calves in both directions as you go up and as you go down. So really go slow and try to get control of that full range of motion. This can be quite challenging, so please feel free to hold on to a wall or a chair if you need a little extra assistance in going slow. If this is feeling really challenging, go ahead and grab onto something. You may need to just have a little extra support the first few times you try it. Okay, we'll do 5 more. Up, really push up as high as you can and into those toes, and that'll help you come down slower. Good. Keep breathing. How slow can you go? That's the name of the game on this drill today. That's 3. Last 2. 2. 1 more. All the way up and down nice and slow. Good work. Okay, last ankle mobility drill. Again, feel free to grab onto a chair or wall, something if you need a little balance. Go ahead and lift your right leg. So you're standing on that left. You're going to make some nice slow circles. We'll go 5 reps each direction. As slow through that circle as you can. Build better control there. Try to get into each little corner of that circle. In this class, circles have corners. So just imagine that they do and try to get into each little nook and cranny going nice and slow. Good. Reverse directions for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Switching sides, standing on that right leg, lifting the left, assistance if needed, and get through that circle. 2, 3, 4, 5. Reverse it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, we're gonna head into round one of our exercises. So for round one, we have 3 different exercises we're gonna do. We're gonna do 2 sets of each exercise. We're gonna start with a bottoms up goblet squat. That means that our kettlebell is gonna be in the bottoms up position. So normally when we goblet squat, the kettlebell's bottom down, but today we're gonna go bottom up. We're gonna do a tempo goblet squat on our first round. 10 reps, then we're gonna jump into a shin circle. Today we're gonna be doing shin circles in a neutral short stagger stance. So here, neutral short stagger. So that's new stance for this exercise. You probably haven't done this before. So you're gonna be here and we're gonna be circling the bell around our shin. Okay, then our third drill will be our A-turn handoff in a narrow square stance where we'll just be switching the bell back and forth across the body. Round 2, there will be a few adjustments, but I'll tell you about those when we get there. So let's start with our bottoms up goblet squat. It's tempo. That means 4 counts down, 4 counts up, and I will count that out for you. So we're gonna be really taking our time on each rep, more time under tension, really get that burn going with the legs. Okay, so bring that kettlebell up, find your neutral square stance, and we're gonna do 10 reps. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 2. Go to whatever depth works for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 5. You can pause here if you need to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 8. Last 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 9. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 10. Bells down. Rest. You can see why we do not need a heavy bell when we're doing our tempo reps. You're definitely going to feel it. Okay, exercise number 2, neutral short stagger shin circle. So this means we're going to be performing our shin circle around the front leg and the back leg. Then we got to switch stagger stances and do the same thing on the other side. So the reps can add up quite quick when we're doing our shin circles or thigh circles in a stagger stance. So we're going to be just doing 5 reps clockwise, 5 reps counterclockwise, front and the back. Then we'll switch stances and do it again there. So find your neutral short stagger stance. I'm going to start with my right foot forward. I'm going to hinge at my hips. And I'm just going to circle the bell around my shin. So we're going to go clockwise first. Ready, set, and go. Take your time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really sit into those hips. So you should feel it mostly in your hips. 5. Reverse direction for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to shift our weight back a little bit. Bell goes around that back shin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reverse it out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set that bell down, switch your stance. Same thing here. Let's start on our front leg, left side. Ready, set, and go. Spin, bring it around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reverse it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit it back, back leg. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reverse it. Last. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bells down. Nice work. So on that shin circle, we want to be feeling most of that work in our thighs, our glutes, our hips. You are going to feel some work on your lower back as well. It's a great exercise for building strength and endurance in those lower back muscles. Third drill. As promised, A-turn handoff in a narrow square stance. So for this one, you're just going to be switching the bell back and forth in front of you. Make sure you're gripping the corner of the bell handle so that when you hand it off, it's nice and easy to grab versus if your hand is in the middle, there's not a lot of space to grab the handle, you're more likely to drop it. So as long as you're in the corners, you're good to go. So we're going to do a 3 count. I'm going to go 1, 2, and then on 3, we're going to pass it across. So start with me. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, pass it across, and back. That's 1. 2, we're going to go to 10. 3, count it out loud. 4, promise it's more fun when you count out loud. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent work. Rest, park your bell. Real quick explanation before we go into our second set is this time on our goblet squat, we're going to be going tempo on the way down and then fast on the way up. So I'm going to show you real quick what that looks like. I'm going to go tempo on the way down. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. Okay, so you're going to be changing that speed on the way up and going as quick as you can. So you're going to feel why we're doing that one in a minute when you feel that burn you get in your legs from speeding it up after doing your tempo. So let's give it a shot. You got 10 reps. Grab your bell, flip it bottoms up. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. That's 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 8. Last 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. 10. Okay, now I'm really sweating. Okay, we've got our shin circles. One more time through using our neutral short stagger stance. 5 front, 5 back, each direction, and then switch sides. Do it all over again. Neutral short stagger. Here we go, starting with that right foot forward. Let's start going clockwise first. Ready, set, and go. 1. Nice and slow. 2. 3. 4. 5. Reverse it. We're building that endurance in the back and the hips. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shifting to that back leg. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reverse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Switch sides. Find your stance on the other side. Let's start with our back leg this time. Starting on that right side, and we're going to go clockwise first. Ready, set, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reverse it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch to that front leg. Here we go. Clockwise first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch it out. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent work. I'm glad we only did 5 of those. Those can get tough. Okay, last exercise for this round. We've got, instead of our A turn, we're going to do our U turn. So U turn means switching the bell behind your back. Okay, so again, making sure you're gripping the corners of the handle as you, before you switch, so that it's easier to grab onto that handle. Okay, so we got 10 reps. Here we go. We're going to start with our 1, 2, 3, and then we'll go right into it. Start with me. Go 1, 2, 3, behind the back. 1, 2, count it out loud. 3, 4, I can't hear you counting. 5, probably couldn't even hear you if you were. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice work. Bells down. Part of the reason I like to ask you to count with me is then I feel less silly counting by myself here in front of the camera. So it helps me if I know that when you're doing this, you're going to be counting out loud with me. Okay, for round 2 of our drills, we're going to do split squats. We're going to do the same format as we did with our goblet squats. The first round will be tempo. The second round will be tempo down and then fast on the way up. Drill number 2, we're going to be doing some shin circle figure 8s, again in our stagger stance, and then we're going to finish that round of exercises with some around the body handoffs or around the body handoffs with steps. But first, split squats. So remember, on our split squat, you have a few different options. We're going to do this in a neutral long stagger stance. Okay, so neutral long stagger. I'm going to step into the center here. And you can choose to do it body weight, which is going to be challenging enough with tempo. Or you can load the bell outside your front leg. That's going to add a little extra load to the legs. If you want to take it up even one more notch, you can do bottoms up split squat and continue to work your arms and core a little more. So I'm going to start with bell at my side. Please choose the variation that works for you. I'm going to count out 10 tempo reps per side. Again, please choose the rep range that's appropriate for you. So if that's 3 reps, if that's 5, 8, 10, whatever it is, please choose what makes the most sense for you today. Here we go. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 3, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 9. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 10. Excellent job. Switch it out. Find your neutral long stagger on the other side. Switch hands with your kettlebell if you're using it. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 2. Remember, you can go to whatever depth you want. It doesn't need to be as low as I'm going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 10. Excellent job. Set your bell down, shake legs out a little bit, take a breather. If you need a sip of water, feel free to grab it. Exercise number 2, we're going to be doing a shin circle figure 8. So remember, we'll be doing this in our neutral short stagger. And just to show you what the figure 8 looks like, this first round, we're going to do it static. So that means like your torso to stay right where it's at. I'll show you what that looks like. So kettlebell is going to weave through the legs here, and I'm keeping my torso static. We'll do 5 reps in one direction, then we'll reverse the direction, and then we'll switch our stance and do the same thing on the other side. Round 2, when we come back to it, we're going to be adding a weight shift. So what that's going to look like is you're going to shift your weight towards the leg you're circling around. Okay, so we're going to just change the drill a little bit the second time through. Before this first round, go ahead and set yourself up in your neutral short stagger. Let's start right foot forward. We're going to start by bringing that bell behind your left leg. 5 reps each direction, that full figure 8. On your marks, get set, and go. Circle it around. Make sure to keep a nice flat back. 1. Sink into those hips. Take your time with that. 8. 2. Slow it down for 3. 4. 5. Reverse direction. Back around the other way for 5. Keeping that torso as still as you can. 4. 3. 2. And 1. switch it out. Stagger stance on that other side. Left foot forward. We'll start by bringing the bell behind that right leg. Hinge at the hips. Ready, set, and go. Bring it behind that right leg. 1. Nice and slow with that movement, with that arm movement. 2. 3. 4. 5. Reverse it. For 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Bell down. Our last drill of this round, you have 2 options. Your first option is going to be an around the body handoff in narrow square. So if this is your first class, I recommend you do the around the body handoff in narrow. So you're just going to do a circle, okay? And you're going to bring it up when you're ready to switch directions and go back the other way. So what you're going to do if you're doing that is you're going to follow along with the other drill that I'll be doing, and you'll switch directions when I do. So on this drill, if you've been coming to the class for a bit, you know that we've been practicing front and back steps. Today we're going to do a front to back step. So what that's going to look like is we're going to circle the bell around. I'm going to start with my right leg. I'm going to step front, back, back, front, front, back, back, front, front, back, back, front, etc. Okay, so we're going to do 5 reps on our right leg, then we're going to reverse directions of the bell and do 5 reps on our left leg. So again, if you're doing the around the body handoff, just keep doing your handoffs and switch directions when I do. Okay, so go ahead and start with your bell up at your left hip, right hand on the handle. We're going to start in the clockwise direction with our bell, and we're going to step with the right foot. So we're going to go forward, back, back, forward. So go ahead and just stay with my pace. If you get off of the count, it's okay. Just come back and match up with me as soon as you can. Ready, set, and go. Here we go. Step front, back, back, front, front, back, back, front, front, back, back, front, front, back, back, front, front, back, back, front. One more. Front, back, back, front. Bring your bell up, reverse direction. So now we're going counterclockwise with the bell. We're going to step with that left foot. So I'm going to let the bell swing down 1 circle, and then we're going to step forward with the left. Ready, set, and go. Here we go. Stepping front, back, back, front, front, back, back, front, front, back, back, front, front, back, back, front, front, back, back, front. One more. Front, back, back, front. Bring it up. Nice work. You'll get another chance at that when we come back through for our second round. So round 2 of our tempo split squats, we're going to go tempo down, so 4 counts down, and then up as quick as you can. So again, 10 reps here, or whatever rep range between 1 and 10 feels good to you. Grab your bell. I'm going to go with our bottoms up for this round. You choose whatever variation works for you. Find your neutral long stagger. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. Good. Switching sides. We're almost there. So our last set of these. Get ready, set, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. Excellent work. Whew, definitely makes it harder when you're counting while doing it. I suggest you try it next time. Okay, we got shin circle figure eights. Last round here. This time we're going to do our weight shift. So, quick reminder, from your neutral short stagger, you're going to shift your weight back and forth with the bell. Okay, so see how that feels through the second round. 5 reps each direction. Let's start that bell behind the left leg. On your marks, get set, and go. Shifting that weight back, forward. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reverse it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bell down. Let's switch that neutral short stagger stance. Start that bell going behind the right leg. Ready, set, and go. Shifting that weight. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reverse it. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bell down. Okay, we are almost there. We're going to finish it with that last round of around the body handoffs or around the body handoff with the step. So choose your variation. Start with that bell at your left hip. We're going to again go 5 reps each side, starting with clockwise direction with the bell, stepping with your right foot. I'm going to let the bell down and around, and then we'll start right there on that next one. Ready, set, and go. Here we go. Step right, forward, back, back, forward, forward, back, back, forward, forward, back, back, forward, forward, back, back, forward. Last one. Forward, back, back, forward. Bring it up, reverse it. Now we're going counterclockwise, stepping forward with that left leg first. Ready, set, and go. Bringing it around. Here we go. Step left, back, back, forward, forward, back, back, forward, forward, back, back, forward, forward, back, back, forward. Last one. Forward, back, back, forward. Bring it up. Excellent job. Okay, bells down. We are finished up with our bells, and we're just going to complete the workout with our cool down. As I mentioned to you in the warm-up, we're going to use our pelvic tilts to help us cool down. So go ahead and find your neutral square position. Feet about hip width apart, a little bend in the knees, hands to your hips. Go ahead and do 10 nice slow pelvic tilts here. Take your time. And start to breathe in and out through your nose. Slow that heart rate down. And start to let your body relax. And come back to a rest and recover stage. Good. Once you get to 10, find your neutral short stagger. Again, we use this stance a lot, so we're going to use it in our cool down today. You're going to go ahead and find a hinge position. I'd like you to gently place your hands on your knees. Alternately, you could use a chair, or you could even use your kettlebell and rest your hands on it. Whatever feels good for you. And go ahead and work your pelvic tilt here. Again, nice and slow. We're going to do 10 reps. Remember, it's not a huge range of motion. So just do the small range of motion where you know you're really isolating that pelvis movement. Once you get to your 10 reps, go ahead and switch sides. Find your neutral short there. Same thing here, 10 reps with the other leg forward. Again, take your time. See if you can breathe in and out just through your nose. Good, and go ahead and relax. The last thing we've got in our cool down is we're going to do a couple of breathing exercises. If you've been doing the class up until this point, you know that we always finish with some nasal belly breathing on your back. We're going to add in a new breathing drill today called the crocodile breath. What you're going to do is you're going to be practicing this drill to help you strengthen your diaphragm and your respiratory muscles. And you're going to lay on the ground, placing your hands here and your head flat, and you're going to breathe in and out into your belly. So you're going to lay on your stomach, create a little pillow for your forehead, rest your head, and here you're going to just relax and you're going to breathe, taking an inhale, lifting your spine away from the ground, and then exhale, letting your spine come back down towards the ground. So we're going to do 10 reps here together. So go ahead and start. Thinking about your belly expanding and pushing you up and away from the floor as you inhale. Once you've completed your 10 breaths, go ahead and flip over and lay on your back. We're going to take 5 minutes to do our nasal belly breathing here. So you're going to think of just breathing in and out through your nose, letting your belly expand as you inhale, and then letting it collapse as you exhale. So hopefully during your crocodile breath drill, you started to feel a little bit more how you can push into the floor and expand your belly, and how you can really relax more into that exhale. Try to capture that same sensation here when you're doing your belly breathing. We're going to do it for 5 minutes. So I'd like to remind you to please try to stay as present as possible. You may get some anxious thoughts, or you may start wondering, when is this going to be over? If you've never done 5 minutes before, try to just center back on your breath, on your heart rate. Part of the practice is just trying to stay present throughout the entire 5 minutes to the best of your ability. And try to enjoy it. Okay, so we're setting our timer. We're going to do that now together, so go ahead and close your eyes. If you'd like to place your hands on your belly, you're welcome to. That's time. Go ahead and come on up to seated position. Thank you so much for being here today. We'll be building on all the skills that we practiced in today's class in future classes, so get excited for that, and I'll see you soon.